Hey everyone, it's the Financial Reboot investment team with today's live show. So we'll just use the old format because there's some kind of software problems with the other one. So let's get started, man. It's 11:21. It is the day before the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is a full day in the markets, but then the markets will be closed on Thursday, and there'll be a half day on Friday. So be sure to schedule appropriately. And once we check out at 4 o'clock tomorrow Eastern, everybody just forget about Trump, forget about Pelosi, forget about all that crap and enjoy Thanksgiving. Go be thankful for something. That's what we're gonna do. Let's talk about the stock market, man. It was new highs across the board. Let's look at an S&P 500 chart. You can see, man, it's a really nice chart. This is a 3-year chart. Remember back in 2016 and 2015? Look at that, man. We had a nice base going on, made a little double bottom, and then it's just been a ride since then. So today we broke 2600, which is another big level for the S&P 500, and it was really a technology driven market today. Facebook, I think, was up $2-3. Google was up about $14. Apple, I think, was up $3. Let me just check the board here. Yeah, about $3. It was really a tech-driven rally. There was a lot of stocks that should have been doing well that weren't doing well. Hopefully, you weren't in any of them. Yesterday, we gave you a free pick, XRT, right? We gave you XRT yesterday. You can see that one looks good, man. Already it's up about 8-9% on that trade. Um, the XRT, the retail sector was down about a percent and a half today. So that trade's starting to gel. It's looking good. Remember, we told you the whole idea behind that trade is generally retail does well from October until November, Black Friday. Black Friday is just 3 days away and really only one trading day away. So we took up our position yesterday. It looks like we hit the timing just right. You can see we had a big sell down at the beginning and kind of baseline. Never really recovered from there. I believe we are in the $39 puts for 12/15 expiration. So let's look at Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is for you owners the gift that keeps on giving. We're not playing Bitcoin yet. We haven't made our play. You remember, if you're a loyal watcher of the show, after it had that big fork mishap where it pulled back and then it rallied back up to that 6,400, we were in a wait and see mode. And guess what? It just moved too fast. We just didn't want to try and catch up. We didn't want to chase it. So we sat back. But what's happened is, in this whole effort to get rolling with Bitcoin at Financial Reboot, we've learned a lot of the pitfalls of it. You have to have a wallet, and you can exchange trade it. There are exchanges to trade it on, but you can person to person it too. We've learned a ton about Bitcoin. We're unfortunately in Hawaii, and if you're a Hawaii Bitcoin player, recently Hawaii was blacklisted by Coinbase and GDAX and a bunch of other brokerages for some reason. I'm not even sure what it is, but and so it's difficult. So what we're gonna do is, because we haven't actually made a play, we're gonna start tomorrow doing a daily lesson on Bitcoin. We've learned a ton about Bitcoin, and on our paper trading, we're actually paper trading it, and we're seeing that a lot of these things we've learned are true. So we want to share them with you, and we're going to share them for free. So every show we're going to do one Bitcoin lesson, okay? And we'll start that tomorrow. Now tomorrow is our big Thanksgiving show. So we're going to talk about what we're thankful for. And we're going to start the Bitcoin lesson. We're going to it's going to be a good show. So tune in tomorrow. Not that today's show is not a good show, but tomorrow is going to be even better. So you see Bitcoin. Look, if you bought it down here, if you bought it way back here, if you rode through this and you're sitting pretty, congratulations, man. Bitcoin, it seems like it's the real deal. There were some articles. Let's roll right into the news because uh, that kind of plays to Bitcoin. There was a story in here we wanted to talk to you guys about. There's a Jamie Dimon story. Let's see if I can find. There you go. J.P. Morgan reportedly getting into Bitcoin futures trading, even though Dimon believes it's a fraud. Well, here we go again with Diamond and his fraud of Bitcoin and stuff. I believe it's at the end of the month. There'll be a Bitcoin's futures contract. We'll definitely be playing that. That's right up our alley at Financial Reboot. Futures contracts are something that we're used to dealing with, and it's something that we understand. So we're going to play that. Of course, the underlying security will be the Bitcoin, which we've come to a good understanding of. So stay tuned. I mean, we're going to make money off Bitcoin one way or the other. Okay, that's what we do at Financial Reboot. So, little quick summary, new highs across the board for the market. Bitcoin lessons, we're going to start tomorrow. The futures trading starting pretty soon. The free pick we gave you guys yesterday, XRT, up 8% already. We might have another free pick tomorrow. We might not. Today, we did not put any new trades on the table. So we kind of just sat back and watched. It's a short, soft week. You've got full day trading Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But Wednesday is traditionally a very, very low volume day. So be careful if you're going to actually play it. We didn't want to have trades on the board. That's why we were so happy last Friday that we were able to cash in most of those options at a big profit because we just didn't want to be carrying trades into this weird week. Um, a lot of times over a long weekend because really it's a 4 or 5 day weekend. You think about it. There's no market on Thursday. There's a half market on Friday, and that's always you talk about low volume. That'll be a like nothing market unless something happens politically or geopolitically. And then of course it's closed Saturday and Sunday. So a lot of people don't like to hold a lot of positions, and in no volume markets sometimes do some funky things. So we've got the XRT trade out there, but really we don't want to have much else out there. If we scroll down through the news, one of the things that caught our eye was Meg Whitman is leaving Hewlett Packard HP. So, that's kind of a big thing. She's been a rock for that company. She's done really well. If you remember Meg Whitman, eBay, she was the CEO of eBay for a while. Yeah, let's scroll down. Salesforce had good earnings. Anybody of you that owns that, good, congratulations. Trader who tried to bet against tech changes his tune. Remember we talked about that about a week, 2 weeks ago about these guys that want to go against the grain and go against the fangs and things like that in tech. Tech is a powerful, powerful trade, and it has been for years now. So anything but long is wrong right now with tech, and we've been saying that to you. And you see, somebody had to find out that lesson the hard way. If you were listening to us, you didn't find out the hard way. Bank of America sees the end of the bull market coming in 2018. Here's how it will happen. Hey, guess what? Yesterday, Goldman came out and said 2018 is going to be one of the best years in the history of mankind. So, who do you believe? Who do you believe? There's Johnny Damon, Dark Future. Yeah, 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 yeah. A lot of clickbait, a lot of clickbait, a lot of clickbait, a lot of clickbait. Okay, so let's walk away from the news for a second. So that's pretty much a summary of the show. There was a news cycle. Look, the Roy Moore saga continues. He refuses to step down. At this point, we all have to just face the fact that he is not going to step down and give somebody else an opportunity to keep that seat. The seat is gone. The Republicans can kiss this seat goodbye. Uh, I'm calling it right here and right now. Roy Moore today had a bunch of people come out and vouch for him and stuff like that. It was frightening to watch. We're staunch independents over here, and we could barely watch it. It was just so pathetic. Then of course you had people on the Democrat side, on the liberal side, accusations and stuff. Pelosi came out with a soft statement. It's funny. These guys, you look at Charlie Rose got fired today. One of the most respected names in journalism got fired today because of accusations. The I forget his name, but the head of Pixar went on hiatus today because of something that happened. House of Cards is canceled because Kevin Spacey has been fired and removed from everything. One of the most popular streaming shows in the history of streaming. It was canceled because of his indiscretions. You know, it's funny. It's funny. And I want you guys to listen to this because remember in yesterday's show what I told you. If you believe anyone from Trump all the way down to the most junior congressperson, any politician, school board, whatever, if you believe anything they say, you are a bigger fool than there are fools. I'm going to tell you that right now. And here's your perfect example. So you see, Charlie Rose worked for CBS, got fired, right? The guy from Pixar worked for a private company, had to step down. Uh, you've had this across the board, right? With a lot of these guys. Kevin Spacey. Netflix canceled their most popular series ever because of this. But yet, you look at Al Franken, you look at Roy Moore, you look at all these guys being accused of stuff in the government. Has any of them been fired? Have any of them been resigned? Have any of them resigned? No, because they're full of shit. Okay, remember that. We found out today another thing. There was a slush fund in Washington. It's funny. I've been watching these. One of them was Representative King. I believe he's from New York. Been in Congress longer than dirt's been on the walls. And he's trying to claim that I never heard of any slush fund. You're so full of it. Okay. Again, remember what I tell you. From top to bottom, don't believe a word they say. Okay. We believe charts. We believe trends. We believe all this market information. But Washington, we do not believe. And you see that double standard again. We talked about it with Obamacare, how they force fed this healthcare program on us, and they made themselves exempt. Okay, again, it's do as I say, not as I do. So these people are supposed to represent us. They don't represent anything. I don't care if you are a fanboy or a fangirl of any politician. You are making a big mistake. Okay, step back and be a fanboy of personal accountability. Be a fangirl of personal gain. Okay. All right, so that's your preaching for the day. So, you know, we had a good day in the market today. We didn't put any new trades on the table, but we were riding that trade from yesterday, the XRT. Personally, we think the market's looking a little toppish right now. And it tends to, if you watch this run when it went from 20 to 2100, when it went to 2100 to 2200, it struggles at first around these levels and these round number levels, which are natural psychological levels for traders. So let's see if it what kind of fight it has here at 2600. We think this is a little overextended for right now, especially since it looks like the tax plan is having some serious trouble in the Senate. Now look, you don't want to get caught with your pants down on this trade, okay? If this bill fails in the Senate, there is going to be hell to pay in the market. It might just be a V bottom like the last few. It might be a serious sell off, but there's going to be some red. So don't get caught with your pants down on this tax program. They pushed the vote now back to after Thanksgiving. They're claiming that they're going to try and have a bill on the desk of the president by Christmas. Don't count on it, okay? Don't go balls deep on any trades with this because we saw what happens with the Senate with the Obamacare repeal and replace. Again, the Republicans 7 8 years while Obama and the Democrats were in control, pounding the table how they were going to repeal and replace, pounding the table, just elect us, just elect us, just elect us. We'll repeal and replace it. You saw what happened. Okay, tax reform is their big thing. The Republicans, the Trump presidency hinges on it. The control of Congress hinges on it. Probably the future of America for about maybe a decade hinges on this. Um, it's in dangerous hands right now, let me tell you. Anyway, so that's our opinion. So tomorrow we're going to talk about two things. One, we're going to talk about how thankful for we are and what we're thankful for going into Thanksgiving. Because here's another thing. When it comes to Thanksgiving, now you can look at it like it's a racist holiday, it's a genocide holiday, but really, why don't we just take it and package it where we're just thankful, where it's just a holiday where everyone is just thankful. Let's erase everything else that goes with it in your minds, and let's just be thankful. Let's be thankful that we have each other. Let's be thankful that we have so many good things in our life, okay? Let's do that. And then on that tune, tomorrow we'll be having our Thanksgiving show. We're going to talk about what we're thankful for at Financial Reboot. We're going to start the Bitcoin daily lessons. And we're also going to tell you exactly what we think is going to happen over the last 6 weeks of the year and what stocks and sectors you should be into. So you definitely want to be here for tomorrow's show. You know, today we'll wrap it up. We'll go a little quick. We actually got into a little politics and stuff. That was kind of fun. But you know, it's new highs. Remember, new highs for the market, man. It closed at 25.99, but hey, man, it got that 2600. That's a big one. The XRT trade looking good. You know, we shorted around here, opening it gap down, so it's looking good. Remember again, the reason we're in this trade is because retail usually does good right up between October and all the way up to Black Friday. The end writing might be on the wall for the end of this sort of run for retail. Let's see if we can make some money on it. All you Bitcoin people, winners, man. What should I be thankful for? Well, if you're a Bitcoin player, you got a lot to be thankful. You've got 8,129 reasons to be thankful. Anyways, kudos to all you Bitcoin players. Kudos to all you that have made some money in the stock market. Like I said, it's a huge show tomorrow. Please tune in. We had to use the old format for today's show, but that's okay. We're having a little problems with the new software. We'll work those out tonight. We'll be back with the new format tomorrow. Okay, we don't give up that easy. We do not give up that easy. And we'll talk to you soon. World, have a great Tuesday night. Aloha from Kalihi. It's a beautiful day out there. Hope it's beautiful where you are.